Hi everyone, Hannah here from Daisy Farm Crafts. This is a video tutorial for our Crochet Berry Blossom Baby Blanket. This blanket is made with Bernat Softee Baby Cotton, which is a 3 lightweight yarn, and I used a size H 5mm crochet hook. And the finished size of this blanket is about 26 inches by 28 inches. So it's kind of a smaller stroller size blanket. And in this video, I'm just going to make a small practice swatch to show you the stitches. But if you'd like the full written pattern, please visit our website, daisyfarmcrafts.com, and there is a link to the pattern in the description of this video. Alright, so to get started, you just want to make a base chain of any even number. For the blanket that I made, I chained 100. So I'm just going to go ahead and chain 12. And I'm going to start in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and I'm just going to start with one single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And I'm just going to do one row of single crochet all the way across for this first row. Just working one single crochet into each chain. Again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. And now that I'm at the end of this row, I'm just going to chain 1 and turn. And on this next row, I'm still going to start with a single crochet worked into this first stitch. And in the next stitch, I am going to work what we like to call the berry stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through just this first loop. I'm going to yarn over again, insert my hook into that same space, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now I should have 5 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And that is the berry stitch. So now I'm just going to work a single crochet into the next stitch. And now I'm going to work another berry. So yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through just this first loop, and now yarn over and go into that same space, pull up another loop, should have 5, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And I'm just going to keep alternating single crochet and the berry stitch all the way across this row. Pull through all 5 loops. And as you can see, the berries pop out on the other side. So just something to remember as you're working this blanket, whenever you're doing a berry row, the textured side should always be facing away from you. There's a right side and a wrong side to this blanket, or I should say a front side and a back side. So we'll just work one more berry. And then one last single crochet. And now I'm just going to chain one again and turn. And you can see the nice texture that those make. And now I'm just going to work one row of single crochet. So whenever the berries are facing me, I know that it's time to just do one row of all single crochet, just working into the tops of these stitches. Right, now I've finished that row of single crochet, so again, just chain one and turn. And this time, because I want my little berry clusters to be offset, I want the next ones to pop in between these, I am just going to start the row by working 2 single crochets, or a single crochet in each of the first 2. And technically you could do a berry stitch into that very first stitch, but I think it helps the border if you just have single crochet all the way along the side. So start with 2 single crochets, and then we'll just go back to alternating berry and single crochet. Pull through 1, pull through all 5. And I think that the label on this Bernat Softee Cotton calls for a 4mm hook. And like I said before, I am using a 5mm, so if it does feel like these are turning out too loose or this is turning out too holy, feel free to try sizing down a hook. For me, the 5 worked best to kind of give me the tension that I needed, but feel free to play around if you need to. And now we should just have 2 stitches left, so I'm just going to work 2 single crochets in those last 2 stitches and chain 1 and turn. And now you can see how those are starting to go in between each other. So now we're have the texture side facing us again, so we're just going to do 1 row of single crochet. And after that row of single crochet, just chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to do the exact same thing as we did on that first berry row, just 1 single crochet, and then start alternating the berry and single crochet all the way across. So you may just kind of need to keep checking as you go, with a longer blanket. Sometimes I would forget if I started out with 1 or 2 single crochets in that row. So just kind of check as you go, and you can kind of see, okay, last time I started with 2 single crochets, so this time I need to start with 1, so that these will all start going in between each other. And that is really all you need to know. It's super simple. Just alternating, starting with either 1 or 2 single crochets so that these are offset, but you're just using these 2 stitches the whole time. All right, so I've worked up a little bit bigger swatch. So as soon as your blanket is the length that you want, if you're making it the exact same size as the pattern, I made it about 28 inches long. But as soon as it's measuring the length that you want, you just want to, I just tried to make sure that I finished on a berry row that has a berry on the outside so that it matches our first berry row. And then just finish with 1 row of single crochet. And then it's up to you. You can either tie off right here, or if you still have a decent amount of yarn left on your skein. For me, I did. I used 4 skeins total for my blanket, and I still had a pretty good amount left when I got to this point. You can just turn and keep working this way. So I'm just going to chain 1, and then I'm going to turn and go down this way, and I'm just going to start with 1 round of single crochet around the edges, and I'm just going to insert my hook right here, and I'm just going to do my best to work 1 single crochet per row. So kind of just looking to go into the same, there's kind of this bigger space right here, and then this kind of little circle space. I'm just going to go into those spaces each time. Just working single crochet. And at the corners, I'm just going to work 3 single crochet into the corner space. 3. Keep moving this way, and I'm going to insert my hook a little bit deeper on this bottom row. Instead of inserting my hook, you know, right here, right underneath our starting chain, I'm going to insert my hook down here, kind of closer to the stitches, just so my border doesn't pull away from the blanket. So again, just going to kind of try to work 1 per stitch, so I'm kind of working in between these berries and then right at the bottom of the berries. So I'm just going to keep working single crochet all the way around. I'll do the same thing in these corners, just 3 single crochet in each of the corners, and then 1 single crochet per row and 1 single crochet per stitch going all the way around. Alright, so I'm just finishing up this round of single crochet. Just went along the top, and I'm just going to keep going in the same direction as we start this second round, and I'm just going to slip stitch into this kind of starting stitch right in here. It's a little tight, so I might need to loosen my hook. There we go. And I'm going to keep working in the same direction, and in this next stitch I am going to work 5 double crochets. So I'm going to start doing kind of our little scalloped border. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm going to do that 4 more times, inserting my hook into that same space, so that I'll have 5 double crochets total. So there's 3, 4, 5. And there's lots of ways that you can, you know, work this border. You can do single crochets in between. You can do some slip stitches in a row. The way that I wanted to do this one, since I wanted these to be really scalloped and really round, so I'm going to work a slip stitch right into that next stitch, because I wanted them to be really tied down so they'd get really rounded. And then I'm going to skip a stitch, work 1 more slip stitch. And now just work my 5 double crochets right into that next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again, just insert my hook, pull up a loop and pull right through for that slip stitch, skip 1 stitch, and slip stitch again. Pull right through. So basically I'm just doing 5 double crochet, slip stitch, skip, slip stitch, 5 double crochet, slip stitch, skip, slip stitch. So, and then always just working that next set of double crochet right into that next stitch. So the only time we're skipping is in between the 2 slip stitches. It just kind of makes this fun, super easy scalloped border that's a little bit more rounded than a regular shell border, which I really like. So you're just going to keep doing that all the way around. You don't need to do anything special for the corners. Just wherever you land, you just keep the pattern of 5 double crochet, slip stitch, skip, slip stitch, and just do that all the way around. And then when you get back to this starting corner, you can just slip stitch into this. If you need to, do an extra slip stitch, to get to the corner, you can definitely do that. Whatever looks best, and just slip stitch into that corner and then tie off, and you'll be done. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. And like I said before, the full written pattern for this blanket is on daisyfarmcrafts.com. There's a link to that in the description, as well as some more info about how much yarn I used and the hook and everything like that. So I hope you enjoy making this project. If you do, please come share a project with us, or share a picture with us on Facebook or Instagram with #DaisyFarmCrafts. We would love to see. Thanks so much and happy crocheting!